And Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu cast doubt over the fate of 3 captives held in Gaza since Hamas's October 7, 2023 attack.
And this is after US President Donald Trump earlier announced that only 21 of 24 hostages are believed to be alive had survived. Now, in his statement, Netanyahu said that Israel was certain that 21 hostages are still alive, but he has not given up on anyone and wants to bring them all home.
Regarding the issue of the hostages, Trump said there are apparently only 21 hostages still alive. What do you know?
Look, we know for certain that 21 are alive. That's not in dispute. There are 3 others where, unfortunately, it's uncertain whether they're alive. So the definite number we're stating is 21. We're not giving up on anyone, not on the 3, and not on any of the others. We want to bring them all home.
Now, on Tuesday, Trump said 24 hostages were alive a week ago, but the figure was now 21. He did not cite a source or provide further details. He said he wants to try and get as many hostages saved as possible.
The Israeli military, in its most recent update, had said that out of the 251 people abducted by militants on the 7th of October 2023, 58 are still held in Gaza, including 34 believed to be dead. Hamas is also holding the remains of an Israeli soldier killed in a previous war in Gaza in 2014.
Meanwhile, US President Donald Trump has said there would be more information in the next day on a potential new proposal for a hostage release deal and a ceasefire in Gaza.
Well, we're going to see what's happening. There's a lot of talk going on about Gaza right now. You know that, right? So you'll be knowing probably in the next 24 hours.
Furthermore, Gaza's civil defense agency said at least 33 people were killed and more than 80 were injured in an Israeli strike on Gaza City on Wednesday. The toll from the strike makes it one of the deadliest in the Gaza Strip since Israel resumed its offensive against Hamas on March 18th after a 2-month truce.
More than 20 independent United Nations experts demanded action to avert the annihilation of Palestinians in Gaza. France's President Emmanuel Macron called the situation in Gaza the most critical we've ever seen.
Spain's Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez said that Madrid would present a draft resolution at the UN General Assembly aimed at proposing urgent measures to stop the killing of innocent civilians and ensure humanitarian aid in Gaza.
British Prime Minister Keir Starmer told Parliament that the situation in Gaza and the occupied West Bank was increasingly intolerable.
EU Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas said that Brussels had made an offer to Israel to help distribute aid in Gaza as the blockade there raises fears of a humanitarian catastrophe. Saudi Arabia has also expressed its categorical rejection of Israel's plan to expand its offensive in the Gaza Strip and called for violations of international law to end.
In United States, dozens of pro-Palestinian protesters took over Columbia University's Butler Library reading room, standing on tables, beating drums and displaying banners like Strike for Gaza and Liberated Zone.
Protesters, including the group Columbia University Apartheid Divest, renewed demands for the university to divest from companies tied to Israel's military. Protesters also called for the release of Mahmoud Khalil, a Palestinian activist and Columbia graduate student currently detained in Louisiana.